All right, everyone. Welcome. This is Sunday, June 9th, 2024. Hello, my name is Leonard Williams of FX Prosperity Academy, professional prop firm account manager and day trader, also a coach, trainer, and mentor to many traders who are trading financial market. This is the top-down analysis for the week of June 9th, and what I want to do is just kind of go over and take a moment of your time if you're looking to trade the market, if you're looking to look for some insights on some Forex pairs or key Forex pairs, but mostly the indices markets, which I trade on both Forex and futures, but have mainly focused on futures for now, going over a year. Trade with Apex platform and have multiple prop firm account and also trade and help others pass prop firms. So this is for the week outlook with analysis for the week of June 9th. And this is actually the second week of June, technically. Last week was the first week of June. We just had a non-farm payroll on Friday, June 7th, and we're going to go over the week analysis as we trade every single day, which I provide daily, end of the daily summary, or will be providing the end of the day's daily summary for our live trade room subscribers and coaching students each day as we trade the market and we look forward to the next day. Okay, so let's start with the fundamental analysis for the week. So today the market is going to open and we don't trade on Sunday. So moving on to Monday, I don't see anything key for Monday in terms of anything that needs to be concerned, even from a force perspective. So Monday is most likely going to be a very light, if anything, a ranging day. We do trade in the morning sessions from 6 to 9:30 for pre-market, and then from 9:30 to about 12, sometime 11:30 if we get into an early lunchtime range, and then we'll cut off about 11:30, and then we'll come back about 1:30 and trade until 4:30 for New York PM session, quote unquote power hour. So that's how much we trade, and we trade Monday through Friday. We trade futures for ESNQ and CL, mainly just trying to focus in on one or two instruments, but we provide analysis and I provide coaching and support for all of those instruments. If we need to trade, we'll trade it and we'll trade according to both technical and time price action analysis. Okay. So for Monday, I don't see anything else going on. Probably a range in mornings for the most part, possibly, but in the afternoon, hopefully we'll pick up some volume. Okay. So moving on to Tuesday, we do have some light GBP news, but again, not really much happening in the New York session. However, we will trade power hour a little bit early, about 1 o'clock. We may get an early power hour with bond auction. Normally, that will impact the indices market, and we'll be looking to take an opportunity. So Tuesday would be 1 o'clock p.m. afternoon power hour session. So make sure you take your notes. Make sure you're going over each day as we are going over this for the times you may want to trade and what time we will be trading. Okay. So going on to Wednesday, it looked like news starts to pick up. Obviously, it starts picking up around Tuesday, but really gets heavy around Wednesday. And hopefully, we can get this analysis done within the next 30 minutes, 45 minutes, quick in, out. It's going to be quick, high level, not much education or coaching here, just straight information. Okay, so Tuesday AM, London, we just got GDP, and then on New York, pre-market looks to be pretty smooth. 8:30, here we go. It's going to be a big one. CPI, that will be big. Wednesday, we got crude oil inventory, 10:30. Okay, so we will not be trading and up to 8:30, and then we're not going to trade anything on CPI. Obviously, that's gambling news. We'll trade after CPI, maybe more like 8:45. We'll take an opportunity to see if there's an opportunity to trade this. Going into New York, and then after New York, I would say about 9:30, 10 o'clock, we'll trade till 2 o'clock. And then we got FOMC. This is going to be big. FOMC is going to be big. So in the grand scheme of things, so the best thing to do when you have a day, whether it's both CPI and FOMC in the same day, it rarely makes an opportunity to trade that day, even though there's high volume. I would trade light, meaning trade micros, not trade minis, or be very, very specific in terms of what my opportunities are. So, like for instance, I'll trade pre-market on Wednesday, and I'll trade from 9:30 on to noon, even though I think it's going to be ranging, leading up to FOMC rate decision, and 2 o'clock. I won't trade, and I won't trade that news, but I'll trade like maybe 2:30 on from a power hour perspective. Okay. So we'll have a press conference. Normally we have it'd be a big reaction between 2 to 2:30. And then the press conference will last from 2:30 to about 3:30. The best thing to do is between 2:30 and 2:30 and 3:30 is don't press the freaking button. The best thing to do is wait until 3:30 and really catch a good move. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, I won't trade from 2 to 3:30, and then 3:30 is when I'll look to take my last trade. And I only need to make a few $100. When you have multiple Apex accounts like me and some of the other several live trade room subscribers and coaching students, you don't need to trade much. $100 per account, up to 10 accounts, can give you a substantial amount of great income when you're trading multiple platform accounts like Apex. And that's gonna pretty much be my Wednesday. Okay, so moving on to Thursday. Thursday, we got core PPI. Again, I'll trade the pre-market up until about 8:30, and then I won't trade 8:30. Probably won't trade 8:30 until after 9:30, most likely 10 o'clock. And then from 10 o'clock, I'll trade to about noon. And look like there's a 30-year bond actions again will come on Thursday and trade at 1 o'clock. So Tuesday, 1 o'clock, and Wednesday would be 1 o'clock. I mean, sorry, Thursday would be 1 o'clock. Wednesday will probably won't come on until about 2 o'clock, and just kind of watch the price action. And then there will be some big news coming in for JPY. It looks like it's going to be a rate decision for them as well, and that will happen Thursday evening Asian session for all JPY pairs. You're definitely going to want to keep your eye on that if you're trading Forex. I would say around 11 p.m. Eastern time is when we expect Japan to announce the rate decision. And I am expecting for them to either don't change or raise interest rate, and therefore it will continue to strengthen JPY pairs. And then we'll wrap it up for Friday. Friday's press conference for nothing else for the US and pre-market all the way to New York. There's nothing. It's going to be a really good trading session for Friday. So in other words, Monday is going to be kind of a, again, from a summary standpoint, Monday, kind of a quick ranging day in the morning. Afternoon, hopefully we get some volume. Tuesday, it's going to be pretty much a good day to trade, believe it or not. We'll come in early about 1 o'clock on the power hour instead of about 1:30. See if we can catch an opportunity here. Wednesday, it's going to be probably not a lot of price action opportunity. We'll see if we can catch something in the pre-market. We'll see if we can catch one or two moves after New York opening to about noon, and then I won't trade again until 3:30 and try to catch a last minute move. So it's going to be pretty much maybe a hands-off, uneventful, or very light trading day. Thursday, it's going to be kind of a repeat of a mixture of Tuesday and Wednesday, meaning we will pay pre-market going until 8:30, and then just like Wednesday, CPI will have PPI. I won't trade the news. I'll wait till after 9:30 to about noon. Good thing for Thursday, we don't have any FOMC rate decision there. We'll be able to have a really good, powerful Thursday afternoon power hour. So I, you know what, if you're kind of not sure about the news, or if you're not want to trade lightly or jeopardize your account, it's really best just to probably trade pre-market and maybe see if you can get one or two trade opportunities between 9:30 and 10:30. I mean 9:30 and noon, and that's it. And don't trade for the rest of the day. Come back on Thursday and make your money, and then Friday wrapping it up. Look like no news in the morning, which is great, to about 10 o'clock, which would be in the 9:30 to 12 o'clock range after New York market opening. And then we're going to pretty much have a pretty good power hour, hopefully, for Friday, like we did just past Friday for non-farm payroll. All right, so in terms of stock earnings for this week, let me see here. Do we have any stock earnings that can impact indices market? Let's check Microsoft. Nope, nothing for Microsoft. Apple, which is another type stock for NASDAQ. Nvidia, no. How about Amazon? Nope. How about Meta? Nope. And how about Broadcom, which is the sixth largest volume cap on NASDAQ, which is AVGO? Oh, the 12. Okay, so the 12. So that means on Wednesday, ooh, we may have some good volatility. It's going to be aftermarket, which means this would most likely be announced between 3:30 and 4. Yeah, Wednesday is going to be a tough, 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 high volatile day. So we're going to have to be kind of aware of that. So 3:30 to 4 is going to be kind of volatile, and then after 4, ooh, I'm going to have to trade lightly on Wednesday. So I better off just take Wednesday off. You know what I mean? But I'll have the live trade room open. We'll probably most likely just trade lightly. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Okay, so Broadcom, which is the sixth largest volume cap, Nasdaq. All right, let's check Google, which is GGOGL. Yep, which is the alphabet. It also could be going for GOOG. Nothing for this week. And the last one would be Tesla. This is the top 10 largest cap. Okay, so nothing's reported scheduled for this week other than Broadcom, um, the sixth largest market cap for NASDAQ. All right, sounds good. So that's what we're doing fundamentally for the week. Let's get to the charts here. Okay, let's start with the dollar. So this is the daily charts. You can see for the dollar what has been going on since March, I would say October 2022. We came down here, created this weekly some demand level here. If you look at it from this swing low to the swing high, and my coaching tutors know exactly what I'm getting ready to do. So yeah, it looks like we definitely got into the 50%, got into the discount area and started going up into the premium area, came back down, and we're almost right back to where we were. Okay, so in terms of the dollar in details, let's get into it here. So we had this nice little trend line. Non-farm payroll looked like the dollar got stronger, and that might be about it. I think the dollar, knowing that interest rate is not going to be raised, I think this may go ahead and get into a range or will continue to go down this trend. Okay. Now, if we get over this level here, this little trend line break, then yeah, we could potentially come back to this area. Now, that is going to be very, very important for this market, but that is what's going to have to happen. This is going to have to happen. We're going to have to break this key level right here If we break that key level and we go up, and we'll know by, let's say, Wednesday CPI, obviously FOMC rate decision, then yeah, that would be the volume and the catalyst to take this market up to this particular supply level. But then again, very, very important, it's going to have to break this level. I don't think Monday's going to do anything. Tuesday's going to do anything. I think Wednesday is when it's going to break. Okay. If it doesn't break and it holds, CPI will slam the dollar down. Okay. Let's move on to the gold market. For those who may or may not be trading or watching gold, just keep in mind we're at an all-time high on gold. Okay. So gold has reached that high of 24.54, which is freaking awesome, which is right back to we hit it first in April 2024, and we then came back to May 2024. Dollar got strong and gold got weak. Now, if the dollar gets strong and continues to get strong, then if like for instance, like I just talked about, if the dollar does breach that high and goes back and swing back, then we're looking for gold market to possibly drop down. If the dollar gets weak, the gold market is going to be inverse correlated, and therefore we could be looking for more of a range and coming back to this high and possibly looking to break this high. What's going to be the deciding factor is going to be that CPI news FOMC rate decision as well. It's going to be a double whammy on Wednesday. Okay. Moving on to Forex. Let's talk about JPY because they will be having a rate decision coming up on Thursday evening, Asian session. So with, let's just look at the Japanese market. So yeah, look at this. Let's look at it from a weekly perspective. For Robo, we're at an all-time low, all-time low. We surpassed the all-time low of October 2022. Japanese yen has been extremely weak, even though they did raise interest rate in their last decision. If they continue to raise interest rate, then I'm looking for this to hold and come back up to this weekly supply area right here. Oh, sorry about that. Come on. There we go. Weekly supply area. So I'll be looking for it to come up to weekly supply area. And this is going to all to be dependent on what's happened Thursday night with Japanese yen. Okay. So with that being said, let's go straight to some Japanese yen pairs since we have an FOMC rate decision for JPY. I'm just going to cover JPY pairs, starting with USD JPY. Okay, so USD JPY has came up to April 1990 high. You can see it right there. Oh, that is crazy, right? Came it down, could not take out that high, and it's been holding this levels pretty good. I think with USD dollar weakness and with the FOMC not raising the rate decision, I think they are going to strengthen the dollar, and I think Japanese yen on Thursday combined is going to now start to bring this USD JPY around. Okay, and this is based on market structure, right? And this is what I'm kind of seeing right now, and I think it's going to hold. So let me put this over here because this is going to be very, very key. If it breaks this level, it went up. As long as it holds here, it gotta hold. If it holds, and then on Wednesday start to bounce, and it breaks this market structure, and we break this trend, we're coming down. That's what I like about this, the way it's looking. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Quickly, UJ. UJ came up. again, looking like the dollar came up, created that high, cannot take out that high. Looking like we're creating some lower low. We're in a nice little trend line here as well. And we'll go ahead and get rid of that one. Look at this. Look at that trend line. We break that trend line, we're coming down. If not, we're going to range. I don't think we're going to go any higher. Look at the weekly. Wow. I has nothing been any higher for in a while. I'm not going to go to another data, but I mean, since 2008, uh, even if it does go high, I'm not buying. I wouldn't buy EJ at all. I'll be doing nothing else but looking to short. And if it comes up, I'll look to, take my chances and get stopped out. But in terms of EJ, short. Pound JPY, same difference. Now, pound JPY got a little bit higher past 2015. We got as high as 2008 here. But then again, with following suit with EJ and knowing that JPY got the rate decisions, and most likely we have not been able to take out this high at all up here. I'm looking for this price level to hold and JPY to come back down. So that's kind of what I'm looking at when it comes to, you know, the foreign pairs, specifically with, the JPY crosses. So that's what I'm seeing. I don't know if I want to do this. You could get 1, 2, 3 points a touch for a nice trend line. Yeah, we're in an all-time high, not an all-time high, all-time high since 2015, but not an all-time high for pound JPY. But the evidence shows that we did not take out this high. We did just right here, did not take out that previous high. We're creating new lower lows. So if this holds and we come down here and we break this trend line, we are definitely coming down, which I kind of like that idea with the JPY strength. Okay, going into CAD JPY. CAD JPY, it looked like we had a bunch of spikes here, right? That was an all-time high on the spike on JPY, and we have not come back and retest that other than pound JPY did, and it looked like Euro JPY did. But CAD JPY look like it's holding. I think again, it's going to be one of these trend line breaks and a mixture of JPY strength coming in with the rate decision announcement on Thursday night. Let's look to all JPY. These are all kind of similar look. Again, we start to break down. I think with JPY strength, we're all be coming down. Here's NCD JPY. Again, just go to the weekly. Look at this. Anybody who knows market structure from a mean reversion standpoint, you're gonna look at this and go, let's see, 2007, 2014, 7 years later, 2024, 10 years later. I don't know. What do you think? 2007, 2015, 8 years later, 10 years later, and look what happened each time. Yeah, short, short. Yeah, I'll take short for 500, Alex, from Jeopardy. You know what I mean? Come on. We all know that we are not going to sell the highs. And I think everyone can look at it technically, knowing from a price action standpoint and market structure standpoint. Yeah, I think we take our chances that the most likely scenario here from a forecasting standpoint is that we're going to be looking for price to break this level, hold, come back, maybe retest, and then definitely break down. Okay, that's into JPY, which is definitely going to follow suit with our JPY and the other pairs. And Chef JPY. Oh my gosh, all-time high monthly. Come on, look at that. Jeez, probably one of the most frustrating pairs in the last 2 years, probably of this decade, has been JPY. Again, yeah, I'm looking for JPY of the week. I mean, we've been looking for JPY to short here, and I did. I've been looking for JPY to short here, and I did. And they both went. And they both went, but it held. And it went up, and I think it's going to drop. Hoping it doesn't hold. And we finally get some turnaround and some consistency and follow through with JPY pairs. Okay, so that's all of JPY pairs. Let's move on to indices, my favorite market. Let's get into it. Let's start with the S&P 500. This is the daily, looking at an all-time high, looking good. Okay, so on Wednesday, we got this big old jump. Thursday, we did not take out that high, and then Friday, non-farm payroll, we dropped. So with this market perspective, if the dollar does get strong, we're coming down. At least probably right here, and then come back up. If the dollar is weak, we're going to go all-time high. Let's go to NASDAQ real quick. So it just went up. Same thing, Wednesday, had a nice big jump. Like it just kept running, and everything about this NVIDIA stock split, and everything else that was going on with it. And then on Thursday, it was really a ranging day. Non-farm payroll was really nice, even though it kind of ranged, but we did not take out the previous high, which tells me that we may potentially see more lower prices. Did come close to equilibrium. Price came up. If the dollar is weak, which I think we're going to range maybe a couple of days leading into CPI and also FOMC rate decision on Wednesday, I think the market, and I'll need to see what Monday and Tuesday looks like, but I think Wednesday is going to wait before it decides to pop or drop. And if it drops, dollar will go up, gold will come down, and indices will rebalance. Okay, let's look at commodities with oil. Nice. Oil came down, came up to about $87. Came up right here about 87.8. Came into this weekly supply level, came back down to this weekly demand level, and it's looking to come back up. So I think the key part is this trend line right here. And I think we're going to continue in this range. I think we are going to break, and I think we're going to come back up. I think we're going to stay in this nice little range here between 88 and $70. Okay. Now, if oil inventory and everything else remains calm in the Middle East, and oil inventory reports on Wednesday is negative, then this is going to push, prices up for the summertime, which is also in high demand for fuel prices as people travel mostly during the summertime in the North America region, Canada, and also in Europe. It's travel time, right? Travel, vacation, tourist opportunity, especially in the U.S., high demand of oil, Canada, and so forth. So this could push prices up, and we'll know more information. But this is what's going to happen. It's going to have to hold right in this area, and if it holds in this area, right in this little weekly, that's more like supply. Right here. If it comes up and it holds, then we're going to come back down. We're going to range. If it breaks and it gets into this order block, this weekly supply order block, and we get close past this trend line here, this nice little trend line, then we're going to come back up to this range, and then price most likely will be coming up here. Okay, so that's going to be something to look for from a weekly perspective when it comes to the market for the week. Okay, so that is all I had for the week perspective. This is just going to be a quick analysis on what we're looking for. Again, when it comes to NASDAQ, we're looking like we are going to possibly come in shorter in ES. But I think with the FOMC rate decision and CPI coming on Wednesday, I think this market is going to range a little bit. We drop down to the 4 hour. So this is a 4 hour, and this is the market here. I think we are going to basically come in here, range on Tuesday, and then Wednesday it's going to be the deciding factor if we break down or if we break up. And I think that's going to be a really key factor. Monday probably ranging, but the way we day trade, we're going to get an opportunity. For instance, like right here, when it comes to day trading, we can get an opportunity to trade this, even if it does go into a range. So as we get into Monday, what we're going to be looking for is what happens in ADR session as we get ready to go into the overnight sessions, ODR, which we trade DR and IDR framework. And if you'd like to learn more about that, type in and go to our website here at FX Prosperity Academy, and I'll be more than happy to coach you. You can learn more about our coaching plans here. If you're looking to get straight into our live trade room, you can go straight into here, and you're going to get access to our Telegram group, which we post a lot of content and information here. Just shows you all of our certificates and more about our coaching certificates for kids, not kids, for coaching students who are live trade room subscribers who come in. And this is all my platform credentials here, just to prove that I am a legitimate um, professional platform account manager, just like all the coaching students and live trade room subscribers who come to our live trade room or part of our coaching team. Um, they've also are professional daytime day traders as well as account manager with um, platforms. So that's what we do. We get in here, we take care of business, we'll day trade, we'll take a look at a high analysis market, and I'll be more than happy to have you on if you want to reach out to us, and we'd be more than happy to have you. From a short-term perspective, just on Monday alone, like I said, what I'm going to be looking for is the ADR market opening. And when we come in ODR, what is happening if this level holds, if this buy side liquidity holds and this sell side liquidity holds, then we could be doing nothing else but more ranging on Monday. And then we'll scalp these sections here, coming in and out, moving in and out of the 20s and 50s, and using our proprietary indicator system. We're going to be looking to trade this on Monday. Again, I think Monday morning pre-market is going to be light. Monday afternoon's going to be a very good opportunity for a power hour. May not be, but we'll take it lightly. Tuesday is going to be a really good opportunity before we get into CPI and FOMC. If there's any day of this week that I'm really, really concerned in terms of high volatility and some opportunities that could potentially give us some opportunities will be CPI and FOMC. But at the same time, if there's any day of the week that I would say, hey, what day of the week would you say do not trade? Right? It's important to know when to trade as much as when not to trade. And if there's anything, I would say CPI morning, 8:30 to 9 o'clock, or even a 9:30. Take a trade either pre-market or only trade between 9:30 and 12, and that's it. Take the rest of the day off. Watch the market if you want, but more importantly, that is probably the only day of the week that I would say you may want to take a step out and then come back on Thursday and Friday. There's plenty of opportunity to trade, and be more than happy to trade with you, or you can trade with us. We trade live Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9:30 pre-market, and from 9:30 to 12 noon for New York session, AM session, and of course, our favorite, New York PM power hour at 1:30. Other than that, have a good day, have a good week, and have a good trading week. Looking forward to see all your coaching students and live trade room subscribers in the live trade room. I hope this analysis helped you, kind of give you an idea and framework of what we're going to be looking for this week and what's coming up. Okay, other than that, have a good one. Thank you.